What's up, guys? Tas here. So the stock market is continuing the sell-off from yesterday. Currently at 11:30 a.m. on the East Coast. SPY is down 0.85%. The Dow's down 0.8%. NASDAQ 100's down over 1%. And the Russell 2000, guys, is getting ugly, down almost 2.5%. So today we're going to break down what's going on with SPY, QQQ, where I see these going in the short term, my technical analysis there, and we're also going to go over some oversold stocks that I'm also watching, some of which I already own. So let's just get into it. Let's not waste any time. SPY, like I said, is down 0.9% right now, and we covered this yesterday, and we talked about it in the pre-market video on Patreon. We covered how if 414.15-ish were to hold, there could have been a bounce up. There could have been upside from there, and especially because it was, keyword was, holding the 180 moving average here on the hourly chart. So that gave me some hope that maybe it was a bit of profit taking, a short-term pullback, followed by a breakout like I just signaled here by this little arrow I drew. But we can see, fast forward to right now, that didn't happen. We didn't hold the 180 moving average. We broke it very clearly, right? And now we're trading a couple dollars under that 180 moving average. And I believe SPY is going to go straight down, excuse me, if it breaks, let's say if it breaks 411, that's a key spot in the very short term. If it breaks that, I think there could be downside to 407, maybe 407.50, and I believe I covered this in yesterday's video as well. So it looks like that might happen. It very well could happen, meaning there's about 1% more downside from where we are now. It's not too crazy, but that is where in the short term we could go, and that's if 411 breaks, which as of now you guys can see on the intraday chart, we're still downtrending, so we could break it literally in the next couple of minutes, but as of now, it looks like we are holding 411. So are we going to break 411? That is what I'm watching here for the next couple of hours, for the rest of the day, for short-term direction, of course. And SPY, or rather QQQ, is also not doing so well. QQQ, guys, is down over 1%, and it's going down as we speak further. And look at this, 335, 336, stood no chance. We covered that yesterday, and I mentioned how 335 must hold, 336 must hold for this to maybe bounce back, and it clearly didn't hold. It clearly didn't bounce back, and now we're actually breaking under the uptrend as well. So I think QQQ could have some short-term downside. First target I'm looking at here is, let's take a look, 332, followed by, let's take a look at the next one here, followed by roughly, I'd say, 329 to about 330. That is where it also could get to on the bottom side here. And if we pull back 4-hour chart, there's no doubt about it, this is still uptrending in the grand scheme of things, guys. And like I've been saying over the past couple of videos, I've been waiting for this, right? I've been calling this out, and we're finally getting the sell-off that we all wanted to, because the market, let's be honest, it was getting too hot. The VIX was at a 15-month low. Now the VIX is almost back to 20, right? 20, 25 is where I think it could end up going to before it ends up dying off again and the markets continue their rally. Because truth is, guys, I don't think we're in a catastrophic collapse mode in the markets. We're just selling off a little bit, and I don't think there's going to be a catastrophic crash, at least in the short term here. I mean, who knows what could happen? And of course, I could be wrong. I mean, we could crash tomorrow. We don't know. But I don't really suspect anything crazy around the corner, right? But who knows? Again, anything could happen. But as of now, VIX is creeping up. It's getting up to about 20. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know, as always, your thoughts on the overall market. Now let's cover some stocks. And I'm not sure if you can see. This is pretty funny. Let me move my face. Everything on my watch list right now is red except for Tesla, which is barely green, gold, as in Barrick Gold, ticker symbol GOLD, Colgate-Palmolive, and NNDM. Other than those four stocks, the other 20 stocks, they're red. And I'm very happy with Barrick Gold, guys, on a side tangent here. This one's up as gold is up, the physical metal. And this is what I'm talking about. This is why you need hedges in your portfolio, whether it's physical gold, silver, Bitcoin stocks, although Bitcoin stocks, that's a whole different story. I wouldn't consider those hedges because those are getting squashed today. But if you're looking at Bitcoin itself, you'd consider that a hedge maybe, depending on who you're talking to, right? And gold stocks, I love them. And Barrick Gold's one I bought at 19. Now we're sitting at $22.25. We're up on the day. And I think there's a lot more upside as inflation's kicking in. I've covered this before. I don't want to go too deep into it right now because, I guess you could argue, yeah, this one's still oversold, so it does fit the criteria of this video being oversold. So Barrick Gold, watch it here, guys. 2025, this is breakout territory. I believe if the wedge breaks out, we break the 50 moving average as well here on the 3-year chart. Barrick Gold could get back up high 20s, low 30s, no problem in my opinion. And DraftKings is another one here that's getting squashed today, down 4%, down over $2. It's currently in a bear market, well into a bear market. It's down 27% right now, and we're noticing it broke the uptrend. It broke the uptrend at about $57, $58, right around here. Now we're trading well into the 54s. And I mentioned recently how I added a position in DraftKings at about $57.80. And I mentioned how I'm going to be averaging into this as it goes, if it were to go. Now it's obviously there. If it were to go into the low 50s, I'm going to be averaging down, and I didn't add any more quite yet, but I might deploy some cash today, or maybe not even today, guys. I might give it some time, maybe at some point later this week. So DraftKings is one that I'm watching that's beaten down about 30% from its high. Coinbase is another one which is down another 5% today. Clearly on the 5-day, 5-minute, guys, this ended up breaking. Or let me just clear this drawing set and draw it again. You guys can see it broke this little wedge that it was in. It broke on the downside, so that's pretty bearish. Now we're seeing Coinbase almost at the low it's been. The low was at 310. Now it's at 315. This is another one that I have a position in that I'm going to average down on, and I'm waiting to do that. I'm not jumping into it quite yet. I want to see if it takes the lows out of 310. If so, maybe low 300s, high 290s, or 290s. That's where I'd consider adding more. So I'm in Coinbase. Skills is another one that I'm in as a trade. I bought more of this yesterday at 14. My initial position was in the 16s. And like I mentioned, guys, I'm buying Skills slowly but surely. And by that I mean I'm not going all in at first, and I'm looking to average in slowly, right? With smaller chunks. This is not a position that I'm building up quickly. It's nothing like that. It's more of a speculative, smaller position for me, and it's more of a shorter to midterm swing, quite honestly. So I bought in at 16, bought more in yesterday at 14, and these are, again, little chunks, right? And now we're at 1280. If it goes down low 12s, I'll probably buy another little chunk. If it goes to 10, I'll buy a little bit more. And quite honestly, guys, in my humble opinion, I don't see it going much lower than 10. If it were, I'd be pretty surprised, and I'd probably buy even more at that point. And they have earnings coming up here, on the 4th of May, I believe? Yeah, 4th of May. So watch out for Skills. Another one I'm in right now that I'm personally looking at is AMD. Let me show you guys this one, Advanced Micro Devices. I started buying this at about $76, $77. Now it's at about $79, and it can't get out of 84. That's where it's been struggling since the middle of March. Now it's middle towards the end of April. It's still struggling at 84. We failed there once, twice, 3 times. So in the very short term here, we're in this consolidation phase. We're bouncing from $84 to $78. Ultimately, I see this finding its way back above 85. That is that's just my opinion. That's why I've been buying AMD. I haven't bought recently, but ever since that initial position, that's been my thought, and I'm still holding to that. And they have earnings coming up here on the 27th, so 1 week from now. And these are a bunch that I'm in. I mean, I'm in a lot of these. So you may be asking yourself, what are some stocks that you're not in that maybe you'd want to take a gamble? I don't even want to say gamble, but maybe one that you'd want to average in, or, you know, start a little position on the dip. I'm looking at these Bitcoin plays, these crypto plays, and mind you, they're a bit more risky. They're very risky, quite honestly. They're not for somebody that doesn't like volatility. Mara is one of them. It's down 10% today. It's at $30. It's pretty much halved, right? It's down 45%. So this could be one that's in a bear market. It's very oversold, that you might want to take a look at if you're into crypto and stuff like that, right? Snapchat is also one that I'm not in, but it's down about $16 from the high, down about 24%, right? I'm watching that. Pinterest is another one that's down another 4% today. It's down $20 from its high, down 21%. These are strong companies. Pinterest, Snapchat, that I believe in longer term, and Mara. Some of these are a bit more risky than others. And one stock that I did buy today, guys, which is down even more from where I bought it, is Tattooed Chef. I bought more at $16.40, roughly right around there. Now it's at $15.75, so I'll probably be putting another buy order in for Tattooed Chef, whether it's tomorrow, later this week, or heck, maybe even today. If this thing were to go down to the low 15 somehow, I'd probably just buy even more, because this is ridiculously oversold in my opinion. And the lower it gets to the 12, 13 level, these are, in my opinion, guys, very, very good prices for these shares. We're talking about a $1 billion market cap now. I mean, it could go under that eventually if this sell-off continues. So these are some oversold stocks I'm watching here, guys. Some thoughts on the market. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out as a creator and in the YouTube algorithm. So I really appreciate it if you guys do that. And you could also check out the free resources down below, the Strive Smart Discord chat, the Facebook group. You guys can get $30 free from M1 Finance and $10 from Coinbase. Those are linked down below. Same with my Patreon if you want more access to me, exclusive content, buy and sell alerts, call outs, morning update videos every day. All of that stuff's linked down below, and all of that awesome exclusive stuff's on Patreon. So that is all down below. I'll catch you all later on. Thanks for watching. As always, stay safe out there, guys. Keep crushing the markets. Peace out.